It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you know, I always think pitching and defense are keys to success in the long run. As we take a look at their arms, I see a lot of reason for optimism. A lot can happen over the course of a season, but if these guys stay healthy and pitch to their abilities, they should be in pretty good shape.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Baltimore Orioles.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting nine for this one. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know, you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
Dylan Bundy gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Harold, what do you got?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's a guy that's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today. All right, here's how the Orioles are lining up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at the catcher, Wellington Castillo. In other words, Beef Wellington, get it? Vin Scully turned me on to that one. But hey, I'll tell you what else is really starting to beef up for him is that his offense has really come along as he got older. He could always catch, frame the ball, and make throws to the bases, but the offense has made him a different type of player.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. He will lead this one off today. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Boy, good bite on the slider, and it just missed inside. Clear skies in the forecast this afternoon. 62 degrees here at first pitch. 2-0 count, and the pitch. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And he gets the call there, 3-1.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball, the pitch before. He's throwing so hard, you got to honor that fastball in that situation.
And that misses, ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway.
And that's just an incredible job at the plate by the leadoff man there. Not only did he make the pitcher throw a ton of pitchers and bust his tail, but he also won the battle and earned a free pass.
Coming to the plate now, Kevin Pillar. His past history with Dylan Bundy, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. From the belt, kicks and deals. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matt, it seems like Drummond is pretty reasonable back there. He's consistent. You don't see many guys rubbernecking calls on him.
The 1-0 delivery. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Seems like he's really having a tough time finding that rhythm right here in the first inning. Walked a guy, now he's falling behind this hitter. He better figure it out quick.
Here it comes, 2-0. 3-0 now. Josh Donaldson is on deck. Nobody out, runner on first. Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now.
Well, he made a nice adjustment. That was a nice pitch right there, 3-0. Now puts the count 3-1. That was the same pitch he threw 2-0 and missed on it and got ball called.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Now at the plate, Josh Donaldson. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Seems like he's just lost the strike zone these last several pitches. He's got a walk, and that pitch right there, that wasn't even close.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
And now on 2-0, you just can't lay a fastball in there, or he could make it 3-0 before you know it. It's all about limiting the damage in this situation.
Ready with the 2-0. Right over the middle, knee high.
He really was struggling. He needed that strike right there. It's been a while since he's thrown one. That's just not the way he wanted to start this inning.
None out, runners at first and second. And here's a ball hit in the air. Under it now is Davis to put it away for the first out.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball.
That's a nice job of getting ahead right there. This is a tough situation he's in. He's going to have to use all his pitches to get out of this jam.
The 0-1 delivery. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Runners are at first and second with one away. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, he's just lost complete control of the baseball in this inning. 2 walks and now a wild pitch. You know he's talking to himself in his head, and I can't imagine he's saying any real nice things either.
Set to deal on 2-2. And a fastball just a bit high.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Squared that one up just a little late.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
Payoff pitch one more time. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
He's right on that breaking ball. That's pretty good timing right there, especially falling up after a fastball.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Here comes the first pitch. Kendrys Morales stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. This past history with Dylan Bundy, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. On the ground near home. Foul ball, however, strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line toward the alley in left center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on MLB Network. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, there are very few guys that can do what Adam Jones can do for a team. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Aaron Sanchez is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What's your take on him, H?
Well, last year he had a very nice season when you look at the win total. His team is counting on him to do that again. If he does not get within that range of where he was last season, I don't see this team going very far. Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed standard baseball.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Orioles, center fielder, Adam Jones.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Donaldson at third. A quick out number 1.
Batting second, second baseman, Jonathan Schoaf.
Here's Jonathan Schoaf now. Into the windup and the pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Oh, he got out in front of a changeup. He's looking for a fastball right there because he got the bat head so far out he was able to pull it. If that was a fastball, he might have kept it fair.
And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball one. Here it comes on 1-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Pillar's there. 2 down.
Batting third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. Head-to-head history with Aaron Sanchez. Comes in with 6 hits in 24 at-bats. Into the windup and the pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Well, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs, and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Here it comes 1-0 to Trumbo. Ball 2.
Clearly they're not trying to give him anything to hit, are they? I mean, everything's away, but he's sitting 2-0. Let's see if he extends and maybe looks outside to drive something.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. The set and the 2-1 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Trumbo awaiting the 3-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
This one's down to third. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. We are still scoreless. At the plate, Steve Pearce. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Steve Pearce.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a liner. But this is going to get foul.
Oh, he hung that one. And man, did he bang it. Just didn't keep it fair.
And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, it looks like he tried to waste one and get him to chase it. He didn't, but you're still sitting pretty. Now you're 1-2, and you showed him the high fastball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He'll try it again. 3-2. And ball 4. So down to first goes Tulowitzki.
Well, he's really laboring in the early going here. That's his 3rd walk of the game already. We'll see if he can get it together, or if this is just one of those days where he's going to have to grind his way through this start.
Into the box now, Chris Coughlin. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the belt, the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
The 2-0 on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. No score here as we play inning number 2. Running is Tulowitzki. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Russell Martin is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 0-1 home to Martin. And he just misses with a curveball. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. A runner on first with 2 away. In the dirt here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Here's the payoff pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Another full count pitch home. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit. The throw will go to third, and he's safe.
Now batting, second baseman, Devin Travis.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Devin Travis. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. From the belt, the pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. Scope ranging into shallow right, and that retires the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Stepping up to the plate, Chris Davis. He'll be the one to lead things off now against Aaron Sanchez.
Chris Davis.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fouled back.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Drilled down the line. And the Orioles have their first hit of the season. Davis will round first and make his way to second now. And he will make it there with their first hit of the ball game. A leadoff double. Coming to the plate now, Pedro Alvarez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Well, you see there on the graphic, he records his first double of the year here on opening day. One-0 count. Here it is. Late that time for a strike. Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Martin is under it. 1 away.
Batting seventh, catcher, Wellington Castillo.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Head-to-head history with Aaron Sanchez, 0 for 4. He's set. Here it comes. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
Now, that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
Runner at second here with one man out. Drilled on the ground to short. There to field it is Tulowitzki. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting eighth, left fielder, Seth Smith.
Here's Seth Smith now. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. From the belt, the pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Bottom of the second here with no score.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Orioles leave 1. We'll move to the third with no score. A nice aerial shot there. The Inner Harbor in downtown Baltimore as we welcome you back to the Charm City. Striding in once again, Kevin Pillar. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Up and in for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that one right down Main Street.
Oh, he hung him one right there. Curveball right down the middle. Those balls go a long way. He must have been looking for something else.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 20, third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Slow roller back to the mound. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Digging in for his second at bat, Jose Bautista. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
Hey, we're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
We are now watching him put on a clinic. This is exactly the way he loves to hit. Very patient, and now he's got a 2-0 count looking for his pitch.
Here's the pitch. Strike called, 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off. 3-1.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
That's popped up out towards short right field. Davis onto the grass, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Nothing doing here this half. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Striding in, J.J. Hardy. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
J.J. Hardy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. 2-0 pitch on the way. It's a swinging bunt up the line, but it gets foul. The 2-1 home now to Hardy. Hit on the ground out to short. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
The center fielder number 10, Adam Jones.
Back to the top of the order now, and standing in the fine center fielder Adam Jones. First delivery to him on the way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Inside and low, 2-1. Down the third baseline, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Into the box, Jonathan Scope. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here comes the 1-0. A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. In there at the letters, 1 and 2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Bounced slowly back toward the mound. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now.
Third baseman, number 13, Manny
Digging
Machado.
in to try it again, Manny Machado. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bautista has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Orioles. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Ready for another chance? Kendrys Morales. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Kendrys Morales.
Into the windup and the pitch. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
Well, he hung that one and he didn't miss it. That's what you do. Hang it and bang it.
Pierce.
Here's Steve Pierce now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire.
Matt, I'm a little surprised he's throwing as well as he is. He's pitching less than 40% first pitch strikes, and it's either very deceptive or his stuff is electric to the hitters. Usually that doesn't happen when you're behind that much to have this kind of success.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
And this is fouled at the plate. No one out with a runner at second. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Has a look. Now the pitch. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
And this one's in the dirt. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Davis will get under it to put it away just past the first base dugout, and that's out number 1. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Digging in now, Troy Tulowitzki reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. And this is taken outside for ball one. Here's the 1-0 offering now to Tulowitzki. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto.
A cold strike on the inside corner.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Ball 2.
I like the pitch. It just missed. That's a sweeping slider. That thing is nasty. Try to get him to chase it. I might even come back with it again.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. This one's down to third. Machado has it. On to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here. 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Chris Coghlan.
So coming to the plate, Chris Coghlan comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
Oh, that was a good looking slider to hit. He kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
A 1 pitch on its way. Swinging a grounder fouled off to the left. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Trumbo racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. Throw won't get him.
The catcher, number 55, Russell Martin.
Russell Martin now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early in the inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Looking to minimize the damage here. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
Now the 0-2 pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And Jones will make the catch, and the inning is over. A run for the Jays thanks to the RBI double.
Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's now 1-0 Toronto.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Right fielder, Mark Trumbo.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
That's 2 close pitches right there, and he just laid off him. I think he's sitting on one specific pitch, and he hasn't gotten it yet.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Pierce ranging into the outfield, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner. Throw on to first by Tulowitzki is in time for route number 1.
First baseman number 19, Chris Davis.
A chance for last year's MVP runner-up with the bases empty and 1 away. Here's Chris Davis. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Right on that thing as this is smoked into center field for a base hit. And he's 2 for 2 as he's in there with a double.
He's been making it look real easy out there. 2 at-bats, 2 doubles. They might want to think about pitching around him the next time he steps in because he looks locked in for this one.
In now is Pedro Alvarez as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Here's the 0-1. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Davis is on his way home. The tying run is in to score from second. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a run right back after you've given one up to the guys in the other dugout. So he squares this thing up really well to drive in a run and ties us up at 1.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Donaldson is there for it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Seth Smith.
Here's Seth Smith now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch on its way. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Two out here and a runner at second. off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. From the stretch. And another foul ball. Another one sent foul.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was 1 strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the 4th inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped weakly to the left. And he'll just step on third, and the inning is over. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in once again, Kevin Pillar. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the windup and the pitch. Ball 1.
Nope, outside.
Now here it comes. And that one stayed up a little high. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Third baseman number 20, Josh Donaldson.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Now here's the pitch. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Hey, pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Smith is in his tracks now, and there's the second out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, no balls and a strike.
If you're able to locate your fastball like that, you're going to have a good game. I'm not surprised to look up and say he's having a good game right now because he's been spotting that fastball pretty good most of the game.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And here in just the 5th inning, this will be pitch number 100 here.
Well, that tells me we're going to have a bullpen game. You know, I'm looking at maybe tops 115, 120. That's a lot in one game, so we're going to be in the pen pretty soon.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
2 out, nobody on. Two and 2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Now here's the pitch. Too high, ball 3.
Hey, one of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Blue Jays go down in order. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Adam Jones gets set to start out the inning. Here comes the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Oh, and Jones gets under this one and sends a high fly ball to deep left field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here for Adam Jones. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Orioles surge ahead 2-1.
Yeah, and as we take a look at it on replay, you can see this thing was gone from the second it left his bat. A thunderous shot that dang near gave the pitcher a little whiplash. Challenged him with a fastball and lost big time.
The second baseman, number 6.
Here's Jonathan Schoop now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. To short, hit hard. There to field it is Tulowitzki. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Baseman number 13, Manny Machado.
Ready now, Manny Machado comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. To third. Donaldson's up with it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Mark Trumbo.
Ready for another shot now, Mark Trumbo. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's the pitch. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, no one really likes getting plunked by a pitch, but as long as it doesn't do too much damage, most guys will take it any day. A free pass can be a big deal if the guys behind you can make it hurt for the pitcher.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Chris Davis. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here comes the 1-0. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. On its way is pitch number 75. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Shin high fastball that time, ball 3.
Hit the last batter. Now he finds himself down 3-1. Look, he's just got to groove one and get himself back in the rhythm and throw strikes.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Digging in and looking for more, Pedro Alvarez. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Fastball in there for a called strike.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2.
Whoa, he tried to get a little cute right there. A little 2-strike changeup. He thought he might get a swing and miss, but man, he left that in the zone. He's fortunate that ball didn't leave the park.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
This is a big spot, Matt. You know, I like how he's pitching, though. You get him 0-2, you waste 1, and now you got to expand the zone still and see if he'll stay aggressive and chase a pitch.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Matt, I'm looking for him to challenge him right here. You know, 2-2. You don't want to go to 3-2, have those runners on the move on that certain pitch. So 2-2 is your challenge pitch.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And look out. That's the 3rd batter hit by a pitch, and this could become a big problem.
Well, I don't know if he has a blister or some kind of mechanical glitch right now, but anytime you hit 2 batters in one game, let alone an inning, you're in trouble. We'll see if he can dial it back in before he hits another guy.
Into the box now, Wellington Castillo, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And this is low, but a good block that time by Martin to keep it within reach. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Well, right here, he's definitely worked himself into a very difficult situation. He's got the power hitter at the plate, and you got 2 balls. He's sitting there looking for his pitch to hit. You know he's zeroing in.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here's another 2-2. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Orioles get 1 on the home run by Adam Jones. Through 5 innings, 2-1 Baltimore. Alec Asher takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 51, Alec Asher.
Digging in and looking for more, Kendrys Morales. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Kendrys Morales.
Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And the pitch. Look out, and that'll give him a close shave.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent, beware.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Around first, he's digging for second. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Pierce.
Digging in once again, Steve Pierce. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He's at second with his second double of this young season. Ready with the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
Softly to the right side. Should get the runner to third. Scope charging this one, and a rather easy first out.
The shortstop, number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. very weakly on the ground. Nowhere to go as he's tagged out between third and home. Vidal Nuno
comes on now, and this move looks to be all about playing the matchup here.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any doubt about that, Matt. They want the lefty-lefty matchup, and that's usually the right move, but we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Chris Coughlin will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. He's set, and the pitch. Nope. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way, and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Standing in now, Russell Martin, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first is in time, and the Toronto rally goes for naught as the inning is over. Blue Jays leave a pair. They're down 2-1. Ready once again, Seth Smith.
Leading off
He's
for the
0
Orioles,
for 1 thus far.
left fielder Seth Smith.
Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Line to the right side. In is Batista, but this gets down a base hit.
Well, no surprise, another single will lead off the inning here late in the game, but they haven't had a lot of runs. They've got a lot of hits today, but they haven't been able to put things together. I guess I give a little credit to the pitching staff, not allowing consecutive hits to hurt them.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound, and he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Joe Biagini takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Joe Biagini.
And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
This one's flared toward left center. And the ball is dropped. But they will still get the lead runner at second, so no double play, but boy, very fortunate to record the first out there.
Center fielder number 10, Adam Jones.
Adam Jones We'll stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. From the stretch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
That was a first pitch fastball. He just blew it right by him. You talk about an overpowering fastball working today. He's got a good one going.
Runners on first with one down. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Jonathan Scope now, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Hit in the air to left field. And he'll pull this one down a step or two in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. Orioles leave one. They lead it 2-1. Back here on MLB Network. Orioles leading this one through 6 as we take a look at our game summary to this point. And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. First delivery to him on the way. A changeup over the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Two-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Travis is retired, and there's one away.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Stepping in now, Kevin Pillar. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Michael Givens
takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Josh Donaldson is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Donaldson awaiting the 1-0. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Trumbo looks up. That one is out of here. This game is tied. It's a solo shot off the bat of Josh Donaldson. First home run of the campaign for him as the Blue Jays have rallied back to tie it at 2.
And some guys just have a knack for the dramatic. He comes up in a big spot and just cranks one out of here to even the score. Not a bad time to hit your first homer of the year, huh?
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The next 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Once again, a 3-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. The next 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Hey, that was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Here's Kendrys Morales. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Comes set and the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but the Jays are able to tie things up thanks to the solo home run. Get up and stretch, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Digging in to try it again, Manny Machado will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Manny Machado.
First offering on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Well, you got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
Machado now on 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard to the right side, but foul, so we'll see if he can straighten that out. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. And he just barely makes contact there as this is fouled at the plate, and it remains 0-2. Hit back up the middle. On to first, and that is a big out to lead off the home 7th.
Now batting, right fielder, Mark Trumbo.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mark Trumbo. He comes into this at bat 0 for 2 with the hit by pitch. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Inside with what looked like the slurve. 1-0.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Pilar going back on it. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
First baseman number 19, Chris Davis.
Ready for another shot now. Chris Davis. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
1-1.
Davis waits on the 1-1. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is outside. It's full now. 3-2. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Brad Brock has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 35, Brad Brock.
Here's Steve Pearce now. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Ball 1.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
1-1. Here it is. Oh, had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Now that's what a slider's supposed to look like. Great execution. Starts off the plate and makes him reach.
And that's going to be a base hit. So a good start as the possible go-ahead run is aboard to start the 8th.
Well, that right there is perfect for taking the ball inside and shooting it the other way. You hear that terminology, hands inside the ball. The only way you're going to do that is you pull your hands in hard and stay inside the baseball. Nice piece of hitting.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes ball 1.
That was a good take right there. Look, double play situation, and this guy's got a nasty split that makes you hit the ground ball. You're probably going to see it. That was a nice job of taking that pitch.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Here he comes on 2-0. This is line to left. Smith is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Ready for another chance? Chris Coughlin. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And he lays off for ball 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
Ready on 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Not a lot of offense to go around, but a very tightly contested ball game. 2-2 our score here in the 8th, as it's starting to look more like 1 run may be enough to win this one. Russell Martin now, and his head-to-head matchup numbers with Brad Brock. He's only 1 for 10. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Here comes the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. A two-run shot off the bat of Russell Martin. First home run of the campaign for him, and it gives the Blue Jays a 4-2 lead.
Well, he really hit that ball well. Just got great extension and didn't miss the pitch.
Now batting, second baseman, Devin Travis.
In now, Devin Travis. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Jones is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the two-run dinger. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's now 4-2 Toronto.
Your attention, please. Now
New pitcher coming on now as we'll get a look at the side armor, Joe Smith.
Joe Smith.
In now is Pedro Alvarez. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point.
Designated hitter, Pedro Alvarez.
And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now. Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Yeah, well, down 2. You better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tying run to the plate.
3-0 pitch on its way. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow.
Orioles.
You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Craig Gentry will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Lifetime in this matchup. Hitless in 3 at-bats. From the belt, kicks and deals. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded, foul. He'll try again, 1-2. Oh, and it looked like he lost the grip there as it's past Martin all the way to the backstop. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, now might be a good time to make a visit to the mound. Your pitcher walks the first batter and allows him to get into scoring position with the wild pitch. Got to settle him down and make sure everything's all right physically.
Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Morales moves over. He's got it one away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Now batting, left fielder, Seth Smith.
Here's Seth Smith now. A hit in 2 tries so far. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. And he swings on top and sends it on the ground out to second. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now.
The shortstop, number 2, J.J. Hardy.
Striding in once again, J.J. Hardy. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Hardy waiting on the 1-0. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Well, you wouldn't have expected this kind of at-bat out of him, but he's fought himself right back with an opportunity now to really drive in 2 runs.
Two 2-0, here it is. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Missed a pretty good pitch to hit right there. You know he wants that one back because you usually don't get more than 1 of those in an at-bat.
A man on third with 2 down. And here's a ball hit in the air, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. From the belt, the pitch. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. Still down by a count of 4-2. Caleb Joseph is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 36, Caleb Joseph.
Digging in, Kevin Pillar. And his head-to-head matchup numbers with Brad Brock, a 3 for 12 line.
Pillar.
First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. On the move is Smith. One down.
Third baseman number 20, Josh Donaldson.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Josh Donaldson. He went deep last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Popped high in the air. Scope is there for it. And that's the second out of the inning.
The right fielder number 19, Jose Bautista.
Stepping up now, Jose Bautista. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Two and 0.
Balls, no strike.
Dribbled up the line. That's a foul ball. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, but they still lead this one 4-2. Roberto Osuna comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 54, Roberto Osuna.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. His career history with Roberto Osuna, 1 for 5.
Center fielder, Adam Jones.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And foul. The 1-1 now to Jones. Takes a knee-high fastball.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. The 2-2 coming now to Jones. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
Tell you what, that was a nice swing after the sequence. Following a fastball to get a changeup and you foul it off. Pretty good approach.
2-2, here it is. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Jonathan Scope is on deck. And that is the start they were looking for, down by 2, as that misses for ball 4.
The second baseman, number 6, Jonathan Schoop.
Stepping in, Jonathan Schoop, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Here's the first pitch to him. And a neck-high fastball that time. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here it comes on 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. This is foul right side.
Matt, I like the last 2 pitches. A changeup and then a fastball. And he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
And it looked like he went out of the zone that time as this is skied toward the right side of the infield. Pierce battles the sun a bit, but has it for out number 1.
Third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and standing in now the third baseman, Manny Machado. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
That's a big situation. I may see him come back with that. This hitter's so amped up, ready to go. Nice job of pulling the string.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Way out in front. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's another 1-2. Here's one hit hard to the right side and caught out there at second. And that will become out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Mark Trumbo.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. His career history with Roberto Osuna, hitless in 3 at-bats. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is taken outside for ball 1. One 1-0 count. Here it is. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
4-2 the final score today. Joe Biagini claims the win out of the pen, his first. Roberto Ozuna records the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon.